You think you know Squid Game? Think again. What if I told you the shapes on their masks, the number of players, even a simple candy game, hide chilling secrets you completely missed? Get ready, because we're diving deep into the 8 dark truths of Squid Game that change everything. Number 1, the shape's secret meaning. Ever notice the geometric shapes plastered everywhere in Squid Game? The circles, triangles, and squares on the guards' masks, on their uniforms, even in the game arenas? Those aren't just random design choices, they're a sinister visual shorthand, revealing the brutal hierarchy of the entire operation. The circle represents the workers, the lowest tier, performing the manual labor. Think of them as the hands and feet, moving the pieces. The triangle signifies the soldiers, the enforcers of the rules, armed and ready to eliminate anyone who steps out of line. They're the muscle, maintaining order through fear. And the square? That's the managers, the brains behind the operation, giving orders and overseeing everything. It's a chillingly simple system that mirrors real-world power structures. This subtle symbolism highlights how easily individuals are reduced to cogs in a ruthless machine, stripped of their identity, and assigned a role purely based on their function in this deadly game. It's a visual cue that reinforces the show's dark themes of control and dehumanization right from the jump. Number 2. Red light, green light's real horror. That giant creepy doll in red light, green light isn't just some random scary toy. Her design is actually a chilling throwback to 1970s South Korean school textbooks. Imagine being a child, flipping through a book, and seeing this innocent-looking character, only for that same image to be repurposed into a harbinger of death in the Squid Game. This element taps into a deep, unsettling nostalgia. It takes something pure and innocent from childhood and twists it into a mechanism for mass slaughter. The game itself, red light, green light, is a common playground activity. But in the show, the playful chant becomes a countdown to execution. This juxtaposition of childhood innocence with brutal violence is a recurring theme in Squid Game, making the horror even more profound. It forces viewers to confront how quickly something familiar can become terrifying, and how the games of childhood can be corrupted by desperation and greed, reminding us that even the simplest memories can hold a dark secret. Number 3. Why 456 players? It's not just a random number. The decision to include exactly 456 players in the deadly games is deeply tied to the show's protagonist, Gi-hun. His player number is 456, and that number isn't arbitrary. It represents the staggering amount of debt he's accumulated, 456 million Korean won. This detail is a stark reminder of the desperate situations that push ordinary people into this deadly competition. Each player, like Gi-hun, is burdened by an overwhelming amount of debt, illustrating the extreme financial desperation that drives them to risk their lives for a chance at a fortune. The number 456 visually and thematically links the individual plight of Gi-hun to the collective suffering of all the participants. It screams, "This is how much you're worth to the system." It's a powerful symbol of economic oppression, showing how the weight of financial ruin can reduce human lives to mere numbers in a cruel game orchestrated by the ultra-rich. Number 4. The Sugar Game's cruel twist. The Dalgona candy game, where players have to carve out a shape from a brittle sugar candy without breaking it, seems simple enough, but the real gut punch lies in its origins. Dalgona candy isn't some fancy confection. It's a cheap common street snack enjoyed by poor kids in South Korea. Back in the day, if you successfully carved out the shape, you'd often get a second Dalgona for free. The show twists this innocent childhood treat into a life or death challenge. The irony is brutal. Something associated with poverty and simple childhood pleasures becomes the instrument of despair and death for adults driven to extremes by poverty. It highlights the show's critique of economic inequality, where even the most unassuming symbols of childhood are weaponized. This subversion of an everyday item into a tool for survival underscores the dehumanizing nature of the games, where every aspect of life, even simple sweets, can become a tool for control and a grim reminder of their desperate circumstances. Number 5. The VIPs' animal masks. The wealthy VIPs who observe the games wear elaborate, grotesque animal masks: a bull, a lion, a deer, a bird, and more. These aren't just for show. Each animal mask is subtly chosen to represent one of the cardinal sins or negative human traits, mirroring the motivations of these depraved spectators. The bull could symbolize greed or brute force, the lion pride, the deer perhaps a perverse sense of innocence or vulnerability they exploit. This visual allegory emphasizes the VIP's moral bankruptcy and their detachment from humanity. They've reduced the contestants to mere animals in a twisted game of survival, and their masks reflect their own animalistic desires and vices. It's a powerful visual metaphor for their predatory nature and how they view the lives of the indebted as mere entertainment. They're reveling in the suffering, embodying the very sins that have led society to such a desperate state, masking their true, monstrous identities behind opulent, symbolic facades. Number 6. Glass Bridge's Impossible Math. The glass bridge game is one of the most nail-biting sequences in Squid Game, forcing players to jump across panels of regular or tempered glass, with one wrong step leading to a fatal fall. The sheer impossibility of survival is amplified by the numbers. With just 18 players and 18 pairs of glass panels, the odds are horrifying. If players were to pick randomly, the chance of surviving this game is infinitesimally small. A chilling one in 262,144. This mathematical reality underscores the futility and desperation of the situation. It's not about skill, it's largely about luck, and even that is stacked heavily against them. The game isn't designed for survival, it's designed for entertainment, a cruel spectacle of human sacrifice. This cold, hard statistic highlights the VIP's ultimate power and their cynical disregard for human life. The 1 in 262,144 survival rate is a stark reminder that the game is rigged, a perverse form of entertainment where the odds are always in favor of the house and the players are merely pawns. Number 7. The Squid Game itself. The titular Squid Game is the brutal final challenge, a no-holds-barred fight to the death. What many might not realize is that this isn't some invented contest for television. The Squid Game is based on a real-life Korean children's game, played on a squid-shaped board drawn in the dirt. In the playground version, the goal is for one player to successfully squish the other off the squid boundary. The show takes this innocent game of childhood and transforms it into a grim battle for survival with fatal consequences. This parallel forms a dark, prophetic foreshadowing for the entire series. The playful squishing of a playmate in a child's game becomes the literal elimination of opponents in the adult version. It underscores the show's central theme, how the innocence of childhood can be twisted into a brutal struggle for existence when desperation and greed take hold. It's a haunting full-circle moment where the childlike origins of the game reveal its ultimate violent conclusion. Number 8. Why all the bright colors? From the shocking pink jumpsuits of the guards to the vibrant, almost whimsical colors of the game arena's Squid Game is awash in bright, almost childlike hues. This isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate and chilling artistic choice designed to mock childhood innocence and create a disturbing contrast with the horrific violence unfolding. The pastel colors and the cartoonish appearance of the environment are a stark juxtaposition to the brutal reality of the games. It's like a brightly wrapped present hiding a deadly secret. This aesthetic choice makes the viewer even more uncomfortable, as it subverts expectations and amplifies the horror of what's happening. The bright colors serve as a cruel reminder of the simple, innocent games of childhood, now corrupted and used as a backdrop for murder. It underscores the show's critique of a society that can prettify and package even the most grotesque acts for consumption by a detached, privileged elite. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite Squid Game twist, and I'll see you in the next one.